Hola, es Frida. Soy lesbiana. Shh. Don't tell anyone though, cause I haven't come out of the closet yet. So, if you were wondering why I'm wearing this ridiculous costume, it's because today was Halloween. Yay! So, anyways, yesterday in kindergarten, I was with my best friend, and she was like, "Hey, you wanna come over to my house after school?" And I was like, "Okay." And so we go to her house, and her mom is like all mad and shit. And I'm like, oh shit, what's wrong with her? And she was like, hey, Jessica, get your little culo over here. And I'm like, oh shit, she's gonna get it. And she was like, didn't I say we had shit to do today? Didn't I tell you? And she was like, oh yeah, I forgot. And she was like, don't give me none of that I forgot bullshit. And I'm like, oh shit, she's getting it. And then she looks at me and she gives me the evil eye and she goes, Frida, get your little culo over here or I'll beat it. And I'm like, oh shit. And she goes, we're going to stay here with my oldest daughter, Selena. And I'm like, why can't I go with you? And she goes, we already got too many tickets from trying to put too many people in the car, and we have to take 11, and we only fit 5. And I'm like, oh. And she goes, get in the house. So I go in the house, and like, I'm looking, and I'm looking, and I don't see Selena anywhere. And I'm like, about to walk down the hall, and then all of a sudden she goes, bah! And she scared the shit out of me. Fucking bitch, man. So, anyways, I was like, you bitch, you scared me. And she was like, well, that's a trick, don't you know? And I'm like, well, I thought it was trick or treat, so where's my treat? And she was like, oh, don't worry, I got you a treat. And I'm like, oh, what you get me? And she's like, I got you a taco salad. I'm like, oh, I love taco salad. Like, oh my god, I love taco salad. So, anyways, we go to her room and like she pulls down her pants. I'm like, wait, that's not a taco salad. That looks more like a burnt forest. And she's like, what do you mean? I'm like, that. What is that? And she goes, oh, don't worry, it's just pubis hair. I'm like, pubis hair? What's that do? Like add flavor to your taco salad? And she's like, no, just think of it more as like a texture type of thing. And I'm like, okay. So I'm like, how do I eat this taco salad? And she's like, you just eat it like a regular taco salad. I'm like, okay. So I go and I try to eat it like a taco salad, right? A second later, she slaps the shit out of me, and I'm like, what the fuck, bitch? And she's like, you don't bite it. I'm like, well, you said eat it like a taco salad. And she's like, I didn't mean to bite it. And I'm like, well, what did you mean? And she's like, well, think of it more as like a ice cream cone, you know? You want to savor the flavor, so you don't bite it. I'm like, okay. So I go and I'm like eating like a fucking ice cream cone, and at first I'm like, it doesn't really taste like a taco salad, but it's okay, you know. I could use a little bit of chili powder, but other than that, it was okay. And then all of a sudden, it started to taste really nasty, and I was like, why doesn't this taste the same as it did 10 minutes ago? And she was like, what do you mean? I was like, it tastes gross. And she looks at me and she goes, ay, Dios mío, lo siento, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, why? And she's like, today is my day. And I'm like, oh, your day? And she goes, it's that time of the month I started my period. I'm like, a period? Like a punto final? And she's like, no es punto final. I'm like, whoa, what is it? And she's like, well, every girl has one when they get older. So, you know, maybe in 7 or 8 years, you'll have one too. And I'm like, okay, but what is it? And she's like, well, you have one once a month. I'm like, okay, I don't care, but what is it? And she goes, I go look in the mirror. And I'm like, why do you want me to go look in the mirror? And she's like, just go look in the mirror. So I go look in the mirror, and guess what's on my face? No, it's blood. There is blood on my face. And I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? And she goes, it's my period. I'm like, I started crying. And my Halloween costume is falling apart. So anyways, that was my story. And tonight, hopefully, she can make it up to me because she is going to take me trick-or-treating. I hope I get a lot of candy this year. Hopefully, that will make me feel better. Anyways, this video is over. Peace the fuck out, YouTube. Bitches.